This is a Riley TV News Break.
Hi everybody, I'm Scott Rhodes reporting for Riley TV, and joining us on the interview set today is Don Erickson. He's the Director of Religious Education here on Fort Riley. Don's been on with us before. Don, good to see you again.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Welcome back to our interview set. And Don's going to tell us about a special program today that he started called Spiritual Rangers. Don, let's talk about that, and talk about what Spiritual Rangers is, the organization, and we'll go from there.
Certainly. Spiritual Rangers is a program that we started to help young men transition from boyhood to godly manhood. The mission of Spiritual Rangers is to train men by exposing them to different training opportunities and bringing them around other godly men to help them get an identity of what it means to be a Christian, a young Christian man.
Okay. What was it that prompted you to start the Spiritual Rangers?
Well, one of the things is that many of these young boys' fathers are deployed, as we know. There's a lot of deployment action, and the father's absence really is a void in a young man's life. And so the intent was to kind of bring other Christian men around these guys, do things that dads would do with them, fun things, but also give them some Christian influence as well.
Okay. And we were talking before we started taping, there's kind of a hierarchy to this thing in that there's activities that you put the boys through. They have to memorize and learn some scripture, and there's kind of a promotion board type thing involved. Talk about that just a little bit.
Well, we modeled it after the military,
Sure.
And a Spiritual Ranger program has 15 core values. Just as the Army has core values, Spiritual Rangers has core values, and each of those values is related to one of the letters in the word Spiritual Ranger. For example, the S in spiritual stands for Spiritual Ranger sets an example for others to follow. P, Spiritual Ranger, is a man of prayer. And so these students have to memorize those core values, and when they memorize the values, they become a Spiritual Ranger cadet. And that allows them to participate in other of the fun activities that we do.
And if there's any young men watching, talk about some of the fun activities that they might be able to get involved in.
Well, Fort Riley has just been a tremendous support to the program. Division level, garrison level, we've had the opportunity to use engagement skills trainer. We've done CCTT, we've been on obstacle courses, been off rappelling towers, just a number of really cool things. Also, Kansas State University's ROTC program has sponsored us for a number of different activities. So just a lot of fun stuff that kids get to do.
Don, this organization isn't just for young kids, is it? I mean, you want to get soldiers involved and teenagers and the whole nine yards.
That's right. It's really imperative for students to have mentors, and so we need Christian men around them to do that. So we've had soldiers involved, we've had dads involved, but it's really important for their participation as well. This is not just for young kids. It's really imperative that I get other people involved, even young soldiers, 18, 19-year-old kids. Some of these guys have done, for example, combatives training with the students. The soldiers get as much out of this as the kids do. We participated with FRAT, Fort Riley Airsoft Team, doing room clearing, BB gun wars. Kids and soldiers, again, just had a tremendous time. So in addition to having students contact me, I'd like to see, if there's soldiers out there who have skills in automotive, anything that boys, hunting or something like that, I want to try to get them to contact me as well.
Okay. Don, if somebody's interested in joining the Spiritual Rangers, how do they get a hold of you and get involved?
They can reach me at the Garrison Chaplain's office. My number is 239-0979. Or if they contact one of their chaplains, they can certainly get me in touch with them.
Okay. All right, Don, a lot of good information there. Our guest today has been Don Erickson, the Director of Religious Education here on Fort Riley, and we're talking about the Spiritual Rangers organization that he started up. Get a hold and get involved, folks. Don, thanks for being with us today. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Reporting for Riley TV, I'm Scott Rhodes.
You're watching Riley TV.